Hi guys, it's me, Belle here, and I have been missing you. I sure have. I've been a busy girl. I've been helping put candy and Easter eggs for a local Easter egg hunt. We have just been busy around here. Plus, I've been fighting that cold and wanting to get my hair done, I was over at Pickerick's and I met this really nice YouTuber. And I'll tell you who I met. Over at Pickerick's, I met Retired and Prepping. That lady can cook. Well, she's got a spaghetti recipe that she made, but what I'm really interested in is she made a pie called Japanese fruit pie, and it kind of looks like a pecan pie with raisins. So I'm sure going to try that out. Check out the links below and you'll see what I'm talking about. She'll make you hungry. I made us some. It tastes like I cooked it all day because I didn't have that much time, but I made us some spaghetti and meatballs. And I'm getting ready to take a little taste of it now to let you know how it all turned out. And then after we have our taste test, if you have time and if you want to, stick around and I'll show you the little 3 tricks I do to make it taste like it's been all day. I slaved over the stove. And one of them is you're going to want to cook your tomato paste first and brown it like you would flour. You know when you're making biscuits and gravy and you do a white gravy and you brown your flour to get that flour taste out, you do that with your tomato paste too, with a little bit of olive oil, or you can use the meat grease that's left over, to help cook it down. Cook that down, and that's like the longest part of the whole recipe. And then while you're cooking the rest of your things together, go ahead and throw your noodles on while you got your meatballs in the toaster oven. Go ahead and throw your noodles on because you're going to use that pasta water. You want that starchy water as part of your wonderful tomato sauce is what you're going to want to do. And the last thing I do is I bake my meatballs. I do it the same time that I'm whipping up everything else. And by the time they're done, I would say they'll take no more than 20 minutes. You don't have to. You could throw them in and cook them. But I bake them because I like them a little bit crispy on the outside. You go ahead and get them baking. And then when it's all said and done, what tastes like you cooked for 4 hours over a stove and kept watching and stirring only took maybe 30 minutes. But let's give it a taste, guys. And I've been missing you. Here is a piece of the meatball because that's my favorite part. And the noodles. And you can see those crushed tomatoes. Yeah, it has just enough basil. I went ahead and added some honey, which you didn't get to see that part, because it needed some sweetness. Those tomatoes were a little acidy. Oh my gosh. Okay, now you get a bite too. Here's your bite. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't drop your meatball. Ah. Your bite was real good too. So if you got time, stick around, because I want you to see how I threw that together. And until next time, we'll see you soon. Bye, friends. Pretty simple. Start with tomato paste. I've noticed a lot of chilies and spaghettis start with a tomato paste. It thickens, and it's got great flavor. I'll show you what it looks like. You want to brown that tomato paste. Now you can use sausage or the hamburger grease, but I'm going to make meatballs. So I'll be baking my meatballs because I like them a little bit crunchy on the outside. But if you were to be making hamburger loosely, you could save the grease in the bottom of the pan. I used olive oil. I would say 1/4 of a cup to 2 cans of tomato paste. And it starts to brown. Keep it on low and keep stirring it. it gets thicker and thicker, but you want it to brown up. Like if you were making gravy, you would want the flour to cook up. You want this tomato paste to brown too. Here's your staples. Crushed tomatoes, but look, I got the ones with basil. Diced tomatoes, garlic, black olives. Now I'm going to cut them up real tiny so it represents more of a meat. And it gives it a whole nother flavor. I like green olives, but those are very obvious. But black olives are good for you. So, to make this even more simple, keep some staples that have flavors of Italian. Basil and garlic. There's my black olives right there on top. And I've got it on a low simmer. I believe the trick is to hide the vegetables to make it appear like meat. Those olives make it a really rich, good flavor. And to brown tomato paste to make it thicken quickly without hours and hours of cooking on the stove. And the olive oil, which helps bring it all together with a richness of Italian. I'm going to go ahead and start some meatballs. You can certainly make your meatballs and cook them right there in the stew or right there in your gravy, or you can put them on the toaster oven or inside the stove and get that crunchy outside and then throw them in or place them on top of the spaghetti plate. So let's get busy with some more cooking. Here's some other staples I keep in the house. Breadcrumbs. And making meatballs is like making little mini meatloaves. Ground beef. 1 to 2 eggs. You'll just have to build the texture. And then I normally try to get more of a variety of cheese, like 4 or 5 different Italian cheeses. But that's what I have, provolone and parmesan. So I'm going to go ahead and start our meatballs. That's everything in my bowl. The hamburger, the provolone cheese, breadcrumbs, parmesan, and an egg. Now if this isn't wet enough, add a little milk. You could add water, but I always add milk. About 2 tablespoons of milk. For some reason it just activates with that cheese and makes it delicious. We'll be right back. I'm going to use the toaster oven. As you can see, there's pieces of cheese in there. Probably a finely shredded cheese wouldn't show up like that. And the consistency is, I would say, like you're making a meatloaf. It's not real wet, and if it seems wet, add more of the breading. And the breading has the seasonings that we need, the basil, oregano. And I'm going to go ahead and use the broil button. You can bake it or broil it. And it doesn't have to be thoroughly cooked. And if you're concerned, you just cut a meatball in half. And make the meatballs the size you want. You can have mini meatballs or one great big large meatball. I want to show you what happened to my spaghetti noodles when I try to get them out of the cabinet. I do believe someone's been in this box. I'm going to pick all them up and put them in. I just put it in cold water. I don't wait for it to boil and I don't salt it. I make it to plate. Like I know Marcus will eat, me and Marcus will eat. So that's 2 people. So I'll make 2 servings and I just stick it right in there, let it boil. But another trick I want to tell you about is that water that's going to come off the pasta. I'm going to add spaghetti sauce, the water to my spaghetti sauce. It helps thicken it up, and it just has a great flavor of the starchiness in it. But look what happened. But don't worry, I'll throw it right in there. I'll put it in cold. Now, spaghetti with the sauce in it Does taste really good. It'll collect the sauce and absorb the wonderful yummy. But I just like to freeze my sauce what I don't use because they won't eat it over and over. Maybe again next week, or I could do a lasagna with the sauce. I can do different things with my sauce without being, stuck to the spaghetti noodle itself. So I'd say that's about 2 servings. I'll scoop out a ladle or a big spoonful of sauce into. I might have to pour off some of the water, and I will show you how that looks, and it makes it so much easier. And you just bring it to boil in it. I also pick a small noodle angel hair because that's a quick cook. My meatballs are coming along, but I do believe they're going to take probably up to 20 to 30 minutes. So we do need to check back with them. I would say about 20 to 30 minutes on meatballs this size. But we'll check. We'll find out. Right now they say they have 7 more minutes to cook, but we need to roll them around, put them in a little longer. My noodles are ready, guys. I'm also making coffee. So, sorry about that noise. Take some of this pasta water and put it right into your sauce. It just makes the sauce so much better. And I'm going to freeze what I have left over. It's okay if a noodle gets in there. He'll join his new friends. But take this, leave some in, of course. And this is how you make your spaghetti taste like it's cooked all day. Is you make your tomato paste browned. Add in flavors already. And this is the easy girl guide. Now, I do believe I've got enough water off. That could be a little too much, who knows. Grab your sauce. Because we just want to coat them noodles. Grab your sauce. This might be enough for 4 people. Oh no, Marcus said he was pretty hungry. And see how that starchy water just brings down the thickness. Now if this isn't sweet enough, I've been known to add sugar and brown sugar. Oh, my alarm's going off. I got to go pick up Noah Boy. I'll come back and show you what it looks like with the meatballs. Yum, yum. I'm getting excited now. Here's my finished meatballs. They took 20 minutes, and I put them on broil, and it was 15 automatically, and then I upped it up another 10, but I need to pull them now because they're nice and crispy, and I'm going to put them right on top. Of spaghetti. All right, let's get these meatballs over here. I lost my poor meatball. Now I can freeze some of these meatballs. Put in a couple servings, but you want to get them out of that grease. I would say that's 4 servings. That's the size of meat that every adult should eat. Now I know a lot of men after work want to eat 2 meatballs. Noah could probably eat 2 because he likes them. And I can make more meatballs for the rest of that sauce, or, make it sausage. So let's go ahead and just pile them up. I'm going to put the lid on it. It'll sit there, and I've turned it off. And then I can go ahead and pick up Noah from school. It's Easter break. And this will be ready. And I'm going to let this cool, my sauce. I'll show you how much is left. Let my sauce cool, and then I'm going to freeze that. Or I can make a chili. I could even make a chili out of that. Sure can, because the garlic that's in there, and make a good chili. But thanks, guys, for tuning in. I'll give you a little taste test, and we will see you soon. Thanks again for watching, guys. We really appreciate you much. And until next time, bye.